And it all starts with forgiveness as well. I don't know who done this to me, but at the bottom of my heart, I pray every day. I forgive them, and I hope that person like sees God, and I hope that person has a blessed life, and what happens to me certainly don't happen to them. Because at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, this is not a joke. No human being, no, everybody's life is precious. Your body is a temple. Everybody's got a spirit. They've got a soul. Nobody deserves to die, regardless of what they've done. A lot of people have lost their friends, mothers, nans, this and that. It's sad to do this. No parent should be burying their child. It's even sad for a child to be burying their parent. But like I'm telling you, and I stress this with all my heart, and God has opened my mind. Like I can say that after 2 headshots, my mindset is clearer than what it was before. And who done that? God. God has blessed me with a second chance in life. So I can sit down here, try to find out who done this to me, try seek revenge. What is that gonna do? It's going to be a reoccurring cycle. What? I get that person killed, or I get that person shot. That person tries to do something back to me and my people. It's the same shit. What? This is what us people are doing to each other. And who's profiting? And that's facts, no printer.
What's good, my Kimmy? Welcome back to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, drop a banger like this one. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it seems like we have lost another great UK talent to the cruel street life and the even crueler prison system. Now, if you don't already know, it seems that UK rapper DIGDAT, known for the popular songs like Guten Tag, 8 Mile, and of course his breakout hit Air Force, has seemingly been found guilty of attempted murder of a drive-by shooting in West London. For all intensive purposes, I'm going to refer to the word murder as M going forward, because I really don't want this video to get flagged. DIGDAT, whose real name is Nathan Tokossi, 25, from Deptford in southeast London, was in a stolen Audi car from which at least 6 shots were fired at a man in another car in Notting Hill on the 20th of November 2023. Shots hit Daniel Ofiento, hope I said that right, 27 in the head, mouth and body, and he was lucky to not die. The shooting was captured on CCTV, and the person who fired the shots had fired directly at the head of Mr. Ofiento, the court heard. Tokossi, whose single Air Force peaked at number 20 on the UK singles chart, showed no reaction as the verdicts were returned. Sobbing could be heard from the gallery as the jury unanimously found him guilty. Now, before we get into the rest of the article, first things first, that is absolutely insane, and that mugshot is going to haunt me in my nightmares, because boy, oh boy. Of course, we don't know at this current moment how long DIGDAT would be in prison for, but I mean, online is saying that it can range anywhere from 3 to 40 years for an attempted M, and plus I believe, if I'm not mistaken, DIGDAT already went to prison when he was like 13 for an M charge as well. So yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. That's all I'm gonna say. Might be looking at least 20 years. Now, if you don't know who this Daniel person is, he is a well-known associate of Digga D and his CGM collective known as Striker. It seems that firearms officers found Daniel severely injured in his flat near the scene in Clydesdale Road. After being taken to the hospital, bullet fragments were being removed from his skull, and he declined to make a witness statement and did not participate in the trial. So yes, the man that I was playing at the start of the video, who appears to be claiming that he forgives DIGDAT for doing all this stuff, allegedly, well, not allegedly because he's been convicted now, so it's not really alleged, but yeah, it seems that he wishes DIGDAT the best and hopes that he finds God and things of that nature. So I'm guessing that, well, I'm not guessing, it's happened. He obviously had a near-death experience. He literally got shot in the head as they had to remove bullets from his skull, so you can't really get any closer to death than that. And of course, that must have opened his eyes to, you know, find God, find his religion, realize God gave him a better chance at life, and now I guess he's trying to be on a better path and preaching that others should do the same, which obviously is a complete 180 from the other video that we saw of him as soon as he got shot, where he was dancing to 50 Cent's Many Men with half of his head shaved off. So I'm sure he's had some time to, you know, reflect on the situation and come to a more mature conclusion.
You a literate nigga, you can't read between the lines.
And of course, in the last video I made about this, I was really curious as to why he only had half of his head shaved. Like, I don't know, I thought it was a GTA thing, but we now know that it was, well, it must have been for the purposes of removing the bullet fragments from his head. So thankfully he's alive and all is well there. Now there is another rumor going around at the moment that this whole situation has conspired from LIYAH MAI. If you don't know who LIYAH MAI is, she's just some IG girl. Well, I don't really know who she is, to be honest, but she's popular on Instagram. That's all I know. And again, in my video that I made last year, I believe I explained it all in more detail, but to give a brief summary, the rumor going around right now, and I do have to stress, this is a rumor, and the story that I'm about to say is alleged. It might not be true. Take it with a grain or a whole bag of salt if you want to. Apparently, LIYAH MAI was setting up DIGDAT to get robbed. Apparently, LIYAH MAI set DIGDAT up for them to go on a date, only for him to get on the date, be ambushed by CGM, and get his chain robbed. And of course, DIGDAT wasn't going to sleep on a Vio, so he basically rose up to go and get his revenge and get his chain back, and apparently he ended up shooting Striker in the process. Again, I have to stress that that story is alleged. I cannot confirm if that story is real or false at the moment. That is just the rumor going around in the online Twitter sphere. And it seems that the article that I'm reading about this situation does support or somewhat support that story. This article's from the BBC, by the way, because I like to cite my sources. It says that the car used in the shooting was discovered by police more than a mile away, as well as a bag containing a firearm and 3 rounds of ammunition wrapped in cling film. The prosecution case was that Tukosi had made trips in a BMW car from his father's address in Deptford to the area of the shooting on the 18th and 19th of November, and DNA found on the headrest of a rear seat in the Audi could have come from him, the court heard. So I'm thinking that maybe he went to the area to scope the place out on the 18th and the 19th. Maybe he's checking the scenery, watching people's pattern, watching who comes in and out of the area at what time, so he knows the right time to do it. He's scoping the place out. Like, you know, when you're doing a GTA mission and like Leicester makes you go there the day before to check if there's security cameras and check what time the guard checks it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to scope the place out before you do what you're gonna do. And I'm honestly not even joking with that GTA reference, because I mean, this is criminal activity. So I'm pretty sure the things that we had to do in GTA are the things that actual criminals are doing in real life. So I'm not even trying to be funny with the GTA reference. Like, GTA is real in terms of crimes. Like, it even says this car was stolen. The same way how in GTA you can't use the car in your garage to do the crime. You got to steal one from somewhere else. It's the same thing. Like, anyway, the article continues and says, Tukosi from Deptford, southeast London, was also found guilty of possessing a firearm with intent to endanger life and possessing ammunition with intent to endanger a life. He was also convicted on charges of possessing a prohibited weapon and ammunition without a firearm certificate. And someone from the Met Police said the attack was savage. She added Tukosi is a highly dangerous individual who had, at the time of the shooting, only just been released from prison after serving time for a separate offence. But yeah, man, this is an absolutely insane story. I'm actually flabbergasted even reading this and that, the fact that I'm even making this video for you guys. And as I said, it's unclear at the moment how much time DIGDAT will be in prison for, but given the fact that A, he's a public figure, B, this isn't his first time offending, and C, the guy actually hit the other guy in his skull. Like, the guy is literally quite lucky to be alive. Not many people survive getting shot in the head, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's safe to say that he'll probably be behind bars for a very, very long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they give him life imprisonment just to try and set an example to all the other UK rap artists out there who, you know, want to be in the streets and want to be doing music at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. But yeah, of course, there's no two ways about this. This is a very sad story. DIGDAT was one of the most promising upcoming drill artists between the 2018 to 2020 UK drill renaissance, if we want to call it that. And you know, he had like a top 20 hit. He collabed with Lil TJ, collabed with Krypton Conan and D-Block Europe and H, and he had a successful album in 2020. He was doing everything that he needed to be doing to pursue his career in the best way possible. So to fast forward to 2025 and for him to be going to prison for potentially the rest of his life, it's just, I just don't know how we've got here. Like, I just don't know how we've got here. Like, he was making money, he was doing well for himself. He really shouldn't have been in the streets at all. Like, I mean, of course, you know, if the LIYAH MAI story is true and he actually did get set up for his chain, then she kind of, you know, did the honey trap thing on him. So LIYAH MAI would have to take a lot of the blame for the situation. Again, if that story is indeed true. I don't know if it is, but yeah, because for all we know, we don't know if that story is real or fake, or even if the whole setup story is indeed real. Like we just don't. Maybe DIGDAT just wanted to just do it for the sake of doing it. Like I don't know what the full story is, but it's all just simply rumors and hearsay online at the moment. But the other thing that I wanted to address quickly before I just end this video is that I see a lot of people online saying, or they're, I don't know if it's a pot of paper song or if it's a pot of paper phone call or something like that, where he's saying like, oh, everyone wants their rappers to be real, but then when they're actually real, what happens? Like they go prison and like no one's there for them and didn't, blah blah blah. And I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm pretty sure most people don't want their rappers to actually have killed people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think the majority of people would really care if you're actually... Me personally, I didn't care if DIGDAT actually ran a man down in his Air Forces and now you got a crease in the middle. Those Air Forces could have been clean as hell and I wouldn't have given a toss. Like, if the music was good, the music was good. But I don't know, it just sounded like the way I was taking it was that they were trying to blame the public for putting pressure on rappers to actually be gangsters, when in actuality, in this situation and in a lot of other situations, it's actually the other way around. They were gangsters first and then they started doing music. So they just started rapping about the life that they were going through. I don't think anyone wants someone who's never been in the gang life before to start making gang music and then actually start doing the gangster stuff that they're talking about in their music to make their music seem more real and authentic. Nobody has ever said that or ever would want that. So the fact that that narrative was trying to be portrayed online is pretty stupid, to be honest. Like,
are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
I can speak for myself and say you don't have to actually be doing the gangster stuff that you're rapping about for me to enjoy your music. I don't care. As long as it sounds good, I'm there. But yeah, if there's any more updates to this whole story and this whole situation, I will be sure to let you guys know. So make sure you subscribe and keep up to date so you don't miss out. But yeah, in the words of Heady One,
it's a bit of a sticky one still.
But let me think about this in the comment section down below. What do you think about this whole situation with DIGDAT? How many years do you think he's going to get in prison? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 3,000 subs. You know what time. You should follow my personal IG at LiTTyENT. If you care about what I do, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there. What else you do with your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing.